Namaste and Ram Ram Sita Ram in the tradition of our ancestors, here from Trinidad and Tobago and the wider diaspora, Trinidad, Guyana, Suriname, Mauritius, Fiji, South Africa, where we trace our roots back to North India. Some of us are from South India. We have South Indian roots as well, but most of us are from North India. And so this tradition of RamLila came from North Indian villages to the diaspora, and it's traditionally, it's really open air RamLila that is has a rich presence in Trinidad and in Suriname. The stage performances came later in RamLila history, but the earlier one was in the villages of the open air. And I want to thank Dr. Neetu Singh for promoting this work, for being always so open and ready to advance the scholarship on RamLila. Now, in the background, you see RamLilas in North India and Mauritius. This is a book that was published in 2018 by Vani Prakashan, and it covers my research in North India and in Mauritius. And the research here talked about the origins of RamLila in North India, the performance space of RamLila, the kinds of spaces in which RamLila is performed, and the abhinay of the RamLila, the different places that I had been to in studying the North Indian RamLila. Lucknow, Aishbagh, Lucknow, Kanpur Dehat, Akbarpur, Ramabai Nagar, Kanpur Dehat, Ayodhya, Anvarat RamLila, the Tulsi Smarak Bhavan, Ayodhya Research Institute, Faizabad, Bal RamLila Committee, Japati Wazirganj, Faizabad, Lucknow, Bakshi Ka Talab, Dashara Mela, and then the Bari Bazaar Rudhi. This is in Sitapur Road, Lucknow. Then in Lucknow again, I had visited the Bakshi Ka Talab, Rudhi village, Lucknow. Ayodhya, the Bhagwatacharya Smarak Bhavan, RamLila, Shringhar Hat, Ayodhya. Patna, Bihar Pradeshik Marwari Sammelan, Gandhi Maidan, Patna. I couldn't see a performance actually because of the timing, but I met with the group, the Marwari group that sponsors the RamLila in that region. And Buxar, I'm very happy to see, this was out on a proscenium stage in the open air, very unique, Buxar, Bihar. UP, Varanasi, where I lived for several years when I was studying at the Banaras Hindu University, where I did my degree in Indian philosophy and religion, geography, and so on from BHU. So I know the Asighat very well. So there I interviewed the Goswami Tulsidas, the RamLila Samiti, the Sant Tulsipuri, Bhaidani, Varanasi, Etawa, Jaswant Nagar, Etawa, Kalpi Jalaun, Lanka Ravan Minar, where Ravan does not die. That was so interesting to see that place in Kalpi Jalaun. It's like a huge tower built and the sculpture on it. It has Ravan on the sculpture, and Ravan is looking down, and the temple in front of him, you have Shiva. And on the wall, you have etchings of all the heroes and the persons in the RamLila. And here they don't kill RamLila. They don't kill Ravan. Ravan is never killed in the performance there. Very interesting history. And through Dr. Neetu Singh, I was able to see this. Then Faizabad, Pura Bazaar village, Faizabad. And that reminded me very much of the way that we in Trinidad perform RamLila. It was very many similarities. Of course, many of our ancestors came from Faizabad as well. Ayodhya, Rajendra Niwash, Swardwar, Tulsi Nagar, Ayodhya. I saw the RamLila there. Varanasi again, Ramnagar, that famous Ramnagar RamLila with its own style. And Ayodhya again, I saw the Shahabganj Ayodhya, Kunch Jalaun, Sri RamLila Samiti, Kunch Jalaun, Lucknow, Shri Shishu Bal RamLila Samiti, Pool Wali Gali, Lucknow. Now, that was a Pool Wali Gali with lots of flowers, and all the characters were decorated with flowers. Beautiful, beautiful. And then in Lucknow, the Shri Public Bal RamLila Samiti, Leela Ground, Lohia Chowk, Lucknow. And then I was very happy to be able to visit a demonstration at the Sangeet Natak Academy and the Indira Gandhi National Center for the Arts. Now this Vaishnava worship, RamLila is Vaishnava worship. Vaishnava devotional worship focuses on 4 aspects of the Lord. Vaishnava has 4 aspects of the Lord they worship, primarily. Name, through jap. Form, through ritual worship of a murti. Pilgrimage, they go on pilgrimage. And then they have Leela, where they're catching hold of the Lord's Leela through recitation and katha. Leela is about recitation and katha. It's also about performance, but the essence is the story that is being told of Ram in this performance style. So the Leela, you know, I defined a Leela style of performing Ram Katha. All of this is Ram Katha. So you're performing Ram Katha on a stage. We can call it dramatic arts. We can call it theater. But when we perform this Ram Katha in the open air, our ancestors, they call it Leela, Ram Leela. Before that, you had Krishna Leela. We also had Krishna Leela in Trinidad. But that sort of died out, and Ram Leela came in its place. The Leelas, this is a definition for Leela, Leela style of performing. The Leela style of performing the sacred narrative of Sri Ram, Ram Katha, as told in Ramcharitmanas, is marked by the Lokadharmi style, realistic and amateur theater conventions, religious ritual, bhakti, peripatetic movement, and miming conventions. It is a split open-air performance that moves between 2 values, dharma and adharma, symbolized by Ayodhya and Lanka, and between Vishnu Lok, the eternal abode of Lord Vishnu, and Mother Earth, symbolizing the avatar. The Leela style is uniquely strong in Sattvic Abhinay and mime, and an avenue for darshan, community bonding, and healthy recreation, end of quote. This definition was arrived at by both myself and Raviji in 2016 as the research was going on, and Raviji was a mentor in this process. He's the first expert really on RamLila, and we decided that we would protect that Leela style of the open air style of performance. And so we came up with this definition, and here it covers everything. And you see the miming. Our ancestors used to mime, they never spoke. Now it's becoming the style to have dramatic style speaking and so on. But miming was a style until a few years ago. So with that, I close by reminding us that UNESCO on November 25th, 2005, declared RamLila as that year's 43 new masterpieces of the oral and intangible heritages of humanity. So they declared 43 new intangible traditions of humanity, and RamLila was one. So it's an intangible cultural heritage of humanity to be protected. So UNESCO advises that we protect, and you know, funds and so on are available for the protection of all the traditions that are listed in UNESCO as under threat of dying out. So these awards are an international distinction destined to raise public awareness about the value of the heritage. So with that, I say thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to the rest of the webinar. Again, Neetu Singh, convener, Thank you very much for your initiative. May God bless all of us. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.